So here we are at the beginning of the end. The start of the arc that, unfortunately, Shotaro Ishinomori never got to witness being concluded by his own hands. That being the infamous Angels arc. An arc that starts with the philosophy of, should man be capable of opposing God? Now, keep in mind, these angels aren't God. They're just another alien species from somewhere else that have decided to force their own will upon the humans of Earth. And so the cyborgs can get together, they come up with a plan to take care of that. And the volume ends just abruptly with 001, or Ivan, I believe that's his actual name, letting them know that he'll give all of them new abilities. But at the very end of the volume, too, there's a statement by Shotaro Ishinomori stating that he had been working on this story for 5 years. So up to this point, alright, he had been working on Cyborg 009 for 5 years. Let's just keep in mind that initially he wanted to end the series at volume 10. And the ending to volume 10 was perfect. But, of course, there was a fan outcry, and he caved in and started writing more material. Now, he claims that this is going to be his magnum opus, but before he can get to that, he needs to take a break from that story. And even the page number count is a deterrent factor into just how much time and energy he spent on each single chapter. Some chapters had well over 35 pages, while other chapters only had like 9 or 8 pages to them. And each single chapter further expanding the story itself, primarily showing us that these angels are threats that these cybernetic soldiers have yet to face. And when they did face them, they weren't able to do jack shit. Granted, the only ones that actually faced them so far had been Great Britain and Joe. There's also a lot of philosophy happening within this storyline as well. But then again, that's really not anything new, now is it? There's always been a sense of philosophy coupled in with historical fiction. You know, asking questions of what is good, what is evil, and of course showing us that evil can come in many different forms. But also showing us that the answer isn't always violence. To be honest with you guys, these Cyborg 009 reviews are probably the hardest reviews for me to do. Primarily because there's so much that goes into each single volume. So much to read into. And I try to make the points just as condensed as possible. That way I don't go off on some kind of bumbling rant. Now, the other day, me and a friend of mine were talking to each other. You know, he lives in Georgia, I live in California, and we were talking about like which mangakas would be that are alive today would be I don't know, like the predecessors of mangakas of the past. And we came to the conclusion that Ichiro Oda is definitely very akin to Osamu Tezuka in the fact that, you know, Osamu Tezuka created many different works, you know, and I don't think a lot of his works went on for a long period of time, but he did have this, like, actor method thing, where he would utilize the same characters playing different roles in different works. And in that sense, you really think about it, he did create a very expansive universe for his own manga. And when you look at Ichiro Oda's work, that being One Piece, it's very expansive. No two arcs are the same. Granted, some arcs do follow a formula to them, but yeah. Now, when it came to Shotaro Ishinomori, we really thought about it and came to the conclusion that Yoshihiro Togashi would be that man's predecessor. Mainly because, just like Shotaro Ishinomori, if you looked at Cyborg 009 and just looked at it for what it is, it just looks like a typical battle shonen. On the surface, it doesn't seem to be very deep, but when you actually dive into the story itself, you realize just how deep the story truly is. And that the, I don't know, lack of better words, the cutesy characters and the simplistic design is just a way to blindside you from ever expecting there to be a deep and sophisticated storyline within, just like with Yoshihiro Togashi's works, like with Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, Level E, and the like. And we know full well that Shotaro Ishinomori can draw his ass off, just like Yoshihiro Togashi, or rather, I should say that. Okay, flip that statement. Yoshihiro Togashi can draw his ass off, just like Shotaro Ishinomori, because there are a lot of pages from the past 15 volumes that I've read that really highlighted this man's art. And one other thing that both Shotaro Ishinomori and Osamu Tezuka and their, I don't know if predecessor is the right fucking word, but Ichiro Oda and Yoshihiro Togashi, all four of these mangakas create their story in a very cinematic way. In a way to where you read them and you follow it panel by panel, it almost feels as if the images are moving on their own. Not sure if that makes any sense, but if it does, let me know. Seriously, let me know if it makes sense. Alright, with that being said, what did you guys think of Cyborg 009 Volume 15? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day. If you'd be so kind to subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit that notification icon. That way you'll be notified when I put out new content. Also, give the video a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, letting it know that my content is worth watching. And share the video with people that you believe would be interested in watching my content. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao for now.